underway in Buffalo. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Graham, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
And the Bills at 9-6 now, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The slot man in motion right.
Now a 1st carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Allen now on 1st down.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
2nd and 4.
In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, it's Graham, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
On play action, Allen. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Elliott Good with a PAT. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham, only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Half 85, half 85. Hey, hold. Middle.
On second down, Cook. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Alert!
They'll run on first down. Graham. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert!
They'll try the left side. It's Graham. And some space here. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 5. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. On first down, Graham. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down the right sideline, finding room at midfield. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Buying time to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Belgians are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second and 8. They'll try the middle with Cook. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Trucks over him. That'll be complete to Cook. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Gets this one to Morris. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down now. It's Graham, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Allen now looks to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
56.
Cook up the gut. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, hold. 56, 56.
Allen. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Allen. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he completes it. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Graham. Down to the 25.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I
think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
95 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Alert!
On second down now, it's Graham. And some room to roam now. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Allen rolling to his left. And that is caught. It's Davis.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, and it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Graham, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bills have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Middle. Regular.
They'll run on 1st down. Graham. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
He'll try again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hey, tight.
On 3rd down, it's Graham. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Bass is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
One final try here for Allen. He finds his man Johnson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Tyler Shelvin there on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Allen. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Allen. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception
pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Philadelphia,
they get a rare victory to move to 4-12 with one game remaining.